Hey, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day it is. This is More on the Road with Bernard Moore the third, presented to you by More and More Sports Management. Nothing but more. Just kind of bear with me right now. I'm at a location. Like I said, we're more on the road. We travel round and round and round and round we go. So you never know what we may be. But right now we at a location here working with a soft opening of a restaurant here in Brandon, Mississippi. 1911 Highway 471 uh, Heavenly Sweets Country Kitchen and Suites. So we're here, have a soft opening going on today at 1911 Highway 471 in Brandon, Mississippi, for Heavenly Sweets and Kitchen. I know you're gonna take a look, a little logo with Heavenly Sweets and Kitchen. Again, we're here at Highway 1911 Highway 471 in Brandon, Mississippi for Heavenly Sweets, Country Kitchen, a little soft opening. I can switch over and take a look and see what's going on. I know you see the Chester's chicken. All I said, it's just a transitioning that they're going through right now. It says Chester, but again, they're their restaurant over from that to Heavenly Sweets. So just kind of bear with them, work with them. No, just come on down, definitely get some to eat. Now I know before we're gonna leave here, before I leave, I know I'm gonna give you something to eat. I'm kind of hungry right now. Again, this is More on the Road with Bernard Moore third, presented to you by More and More Sports Management. Nothing but more. We're here on location. I want to get into some of this coaching carousel that we got going on right now. National, I know we're not talking a little local right now. I'm finna talk some things, some national sports is going on. Lincoln Riley, after the loss to Oklahoma State, he was asked a question in reference to LSU. Now, some people look at him and say, no, he shouldn't have said that, made that statement. But hey, he was telling the truth. He was not going to LSU. He went to the West. He went to the West side, went out to USC, in which I'm not sure exactly what transpired for making him to go out west, out to USC. He doesn't have to play in the SEC. He doesn't have to face Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi State, Ole Miss, Tennessee, LSU, Arkansas, Texas A&M. He has to play teams in the Pac-12: Oregon, Oregon State, Washington, Washington State, UCLA, their rival, and some other teams that are being added at a future date. So the best decision for him, hey, he said he wanted to go out west. So that's between him and his management team and his family. That's something he wants to do. But now that leaves Oklahoma in search for a coach. Now, Lincoln Riley has been coming up a whole lot before they made the transition and before they made the announcement themselves as well as Texas to move to the SEC. His name came up a lot, especially for some NFL jobs. When Jason Garrett was let go at Dallas, his name came up saying he'd be the next coach at Dallas. Some other jobs came open before they made the transition to the SEC. So he is a hot name. He's done well at Oklahoma, so I can't say that he had a losing season. So he was above 7,700 while he was at Oklahoma. So he's a good coach, but he was playing in the Big 12. So can't say there was no defense. So he was a good offensive coach, but there is no defense. So whatever Coach Riley wants to do, good job to you. Wish you well at the USC. And now let's transition down south to the state of Louisiana. LSU is still in search of a head coach. Um, Coach O decided not to coach the bowl game. He's going to take this. His last game was this past weekend against Texas A&M. He decided not to coach the bowl game because they're going to part ways at the end of the season. So, which I guess they parted ways a little early. So, LSU is without a coach. The University of Louisiana Lafayette is without a coach. Billy Napier, who is another hot name that's been coming up a lot when some major programs come up, but he decided to stay at the University of Louisiana Lafayette. But now the University of Florida job has came open with the firing of Coach Dan Mullen. So Napier took his talent to Gainesville to be the next for the University of Florida. So now, where does that leave Dan Mullen? And I just heard rumors in reference to listen to other sports talk shows that Dan Mullen name has come up for Virginia Tech, possibly Duke, University of Duke, in which they let Cutcliffe go this past season, this past weekend. So Dan Mullen is going to be without a job. He just got terminated at Florida a couple of days ago. Now he's possibility in play for another job at either Virginia Tech or Duke. So this culture carousel is going on. And my thing is, I thought, and this is my thought, I thought James Franklin was going to leave Penn State and take his talent back to the SEC down to potential either Florida, because, if you heard the rumors and the rumblings of Dan Mullen being terminated at Florida. So I thought they was going to make a swap, Dan Mullen for Coach Franklin, with Dan Mullen going to Penn State and Coach Franklin coming to Florida. However, Florida went in another direction, so that leaves LSU open. The University of Louisiana Lafayette. These are two schools open in the state of Louisiana. Almost that. Grambling State position is open as well. They released Coach Fox this past season, so Grambling is open right now. And I think Southern University has an interim coach right now, so it's a lot of major programs in the state of Louisiana still open. LSU, University of Louisiana Lafayette, Grambling State, and Southern University Jaguars. I think Southern University Jaguars open. I'm not 100%. I think that coach is still an interim. Now, let's take a look back up to Penn State. They extended Coach Franklin contract, in which he's done an outstanding job at Penn State. So I can't knock him out. So they want to keep him up at Penn State with the Nifty line. So that it is what it is. So now you got open Virginia Tech, Duke, Oklahoma, LSU, University of Louisiana, and it's potential more of the jobs that's going to come open. They're still going through championship weekend, and you're going to see some coaches shifting around. So there's going to be some definite moving around in college football now. But this is, as to say, this is the kickoff of basketball season. So this is about the time when coaches start changing scenery, changing addresses with what's going on. Now, let's take a look at, talk about some hot young coaches that's potentially come up. Got a coach here in my hometown in Jackson, Mississippi, Jackson State University, Coach T.C. Taylor. He's a young up-and-coming coach. He's the current offensive coordinator for Jackson State, who is playing in the SWAC championship this Saturday against Prairie View here in Jackson, Mississippi. So definitely come on, check out, make that trip to Jackson, Mississippi for the SWAC championship, Prairie View versus Jackson State. And got my good friend up there at University of Tennessee, Jerry Mack, who's won championship in the MEAC, transitioned down south, went to Texas for a few programs, made a few stops in Texas. Now he's up in with the University of Tennessee, the Volunteers. It's another young coach coming up. So there's a lot of more young coaches. I cannot call the name right now. Dave Miranda at the University of Baylor. He's just took that job at Baylor. So his name has come up a lot. So there's a lot of coaches moving around. Now with Jason Garrett is no longer with the New York Giants. Now they're saying that he may take his talent to the collegiate level, and which sometimes I think is best for him to take his talent to the collegiate level. So I'm not a Jason Garrett supporter, but Jason Garrett, hey, whatever you go, hey, go do your thing. So now, again, I'm Bernard Moore III with More on the Road here on location at Highway 471, 1911 Highway 471, the Marathon Station, for this soft opening, Heavenly Sweets Country Kitchen, Heavenly Sweets Country Kitchen. Now, the owner, her name is Regina Belton. She's known for her cakes. That's what I call Heavenly Sweets, because of her cakes, her homemade from scratch cakes. But now she extended, as I say, she's extended her talent in the kitchen, as well as providing some different type of foods and food and stuff around. So we're going to get an opportunity to speak with her. Again, like I said, you can take a look at, again, it says Chester, but this is where she's going to be located as what she's cooking her food right now. So definitely come on out and take a look into, and come on out and talk with Regina. Come on and get you something to eat. Come on and get you something to eat at her kitchen. Right now, no, she got a little soft. She has a little soft opening right now with some food that's going on. So now we're going to get an opportunity to speak with the owner, Miss Regina.
Walla.
Miss Regina
Benton.
Benton, in reference to what she's doing here with our Heavenly Sweets. So just bear with me, and I got to get this technology stuff together.
Oh God, I don't want to be on camera.
Hang up just a little bit. I don't want you to. All right, again, we have Miss Regina Belton, get tongue twisted. So she got all this good food smelling, making me hungry right now. So I skip breakfast and lunch just so I can definitely come down here and get something to eat. We're here at Highway 471, 1911 Highway 471, here for a soft opening of the new kitchen. How you doing today, Miss Regina?
I am wonderful. How are you?
I am fine. Now, I told you I skipped breakfast and skipped lunch.
Right.
Like I said, I know you told me you were doing a whole lot of running around. I've been doing a whole lot of running around. I also didn't have an opportunity to eat. So
Okay.
I'm definitely going to get something because it's making me hungry right now.
Awesome.
Smelling all this food. You see me get tongue twisted, tongue tied. Can't speak right now because of the food. What do we have going on here for today, Miss Regina?
So today we fixed fried chicken, and we used the Chester chicken recipe, so it's awesome. Everybody loves Chester chicken. Yeah. And we did some fried cabbage with sausage. We have mashed potatoes and gravy, and we have wedges and fries, and and we can finish it off with a biscuit. So that was what was on the menu today. I think we're going to roll that back tomorrow as well.
Okay. Yeah. So what are we looking for? Like I said, this is just a soft open. So what are some of your new patrons of this gas station at Marathon, mm-hmm. and what are they expecting? Because I see the chest, but what else are they expecting?
Yeah, well, we're going to, of course, on Fridays, we're going to have Catfish Fridays. I'm going to bring my signature coleslaw with me and a homemade tartar sauce. And, I don't know if we're going to roll with spaghetti and catfish again. And somehow that is one of my best sellers. But, I don't know if we're going to roll with that or not this weekend. Of course, we're going to have burgers, fresh packed burgers and fries. And when I say all the way, I mean lettuce, tomato, onion, pickle, mayo, if you would like. We're going to roll out our famous chicken sandwich that will put other chicken sandwiches to shame. And we top that with our special aioli. And so it just depends on, what is up here in this brain that I want to bring to the menu.
What you saying about the chicken? So you went into competition with...
I said I'm not, I'm going to blow out the competition. That's what I said.
No, I'm talking about when Popeyes came out with their chicken sandwich. Well, why am I saying the restaurant? They're not a part of this show. Well, when those other chicken providers provided their famous chicken, so you're saying that you're going to top all that?
Well, I already have one. My regular customers know about my chicken sandwich, and it's awesome, the whole thing.
So now, again, you were started out with your homemade cakes, mm-hmm. and now, like, you expanded your talent into fish and cook. Now, hold on, I'm gonna say this now. Don't forget the spaghetti and the red beans and rice, because that's how I was introduced to it, along with some fish, with some pan-trout fish, with spaghetti and red beans and rice. So don't forget those two now. That's how I was introduced to it.
Right. Yeah. So I think we may roll that out with our catfish this weekend. So that's my number one seller, a 4-piece catfish dinner with spaghetti and salad. That's my number one seller. So I'm probably going to end up rolling that out this weekend.
So I guess you're trying to turn me away from pan-trout to catfish.
Yes.
So I know
I'm telling you because you need to try this.
I've been saying pan-trout, but every time I say about fish, you saying catfish.
That's the only fish I'm going to roll out is the catfish.
Okay, so
I'm not going to do
so you're going to twist my arm and make me get catfish.
Yes.
Now. Okay, I got you. Definitely understand. So what brought the move?
So you've been to my other kitchen,
and
it's really small, and we were being overwhelmed there. And there was cars parked down the street. It was hard to find parking, and we just kind of outgrew that area. That kitchen, and I just happened to, I guess it's serendipity. I guess just came in and was inquiring about the kitchen, and it just from talks it bloomed from. We're looking for somebody to, come on in, Gina, and try this out. So, I've been in business for the last 5 years. And in the last 5 years, I've grown. I've moved twice. I've moved to a better location now, a bigger location, and there's no telling where the Lord's going to take me next. So I'm just going to keep going forward.
Okay, well now since we're speaking, I'm gonna speak religiously a bit. This is not no religious based show. I'm not trying to show anyone religious. I am uh, a Christian. Now I use these scriptures that are like 1 Corinthians 12
Hmm.
when it talks about the different gifts.
Hmm.
God has blessed you with the gift of working with your hands. And I've seen some of the cakes that you have done. You have posted them on social media. I've seen the works that you have done. So is that Regina doing it, or is it just God using you to give?
I believe that it's the Lord working through me to give. What you don't know, before I even had my first kitchen, as in bakery kitchen, I used to feed the elderly and the sick in the community of Fannin. So, and it just fell on my heart. Well, the Lord put it on my heart that, if I don't, who will? So every Wednesday, we started, feeding everyone or serving everyone in the community, and it got up to like 80 something people that we were making 80 something plates per week. And then from there, I ended up getting my first kitchen, which was in Jackson, and it was just straight bakery. Then I came out here, and I turned Abby's Fish House into my bakery. But the community kept asking me when was I going to open, and so I'm like, I'm open. But they were talking about food, and then I kind of segued into food, and then we just kind of grew out of Abby's Fish House, our custom, Heavenly Sweets custom cakes right there on Abbey Drive, and now we're here. We have a much bigger kitchen, we have better parking, we have better access, we have better walk up, and it's just room to grow.
Okay, now with that, what is your vision for Heavenly Sweets right now? I know we jumping way ahead of something. I know, like I said, if you're allowing God to work with you, I know He's preparing you for something.
Yeah. Well, my vision is, of course, I'm going to keep the Abbey Drive kitchen. I'm going to keep that as the bakery. I think that's my cornerstone. I'm not going to touch that at all. And then I am going to segue from here to a full sit-down kitchen. And that is what I have written down. That is what I'm claiming. That's what I'm standing on. That's what I'm trusting for.
Okay, like the word said, put your trust in Him, not lean onto your own understanding to His. Now, see, this is some people think I'm mainly in sports, but more on the road we talk about life, but sports just so happen to come up.
Right. Well, so we can talk about sports because how about them boys?
They lost 2 in a row. So yeah, how about them? How about them losing 2 in a row?
It's all right. We're still number one in our division.
Which is a little weak though, but that's understandable.
That's
but
okay.
Hey, I can't not upset about what division they're playing. I'm a San Francisco 49er fan. They're number 2 in the division as well. The San Francisco 49ers.
Oh my goodness.
So they're number 2 in the division. So the Cowboys have a big game coming up this weekend.
We do.
So are you preparing any special treats? Some star chicken or star burger or a cowboy? That's your chicken.
That is a good idea, but I don't. I'm not, because I'm too focused on rooting for the Cowboys instead of cooking for the Cowboys. But no, I'm not going to do anything. But that is a good idea. I need to start doing that.
That's something for your chicken sound, cowboy chicken.
Right.
The cowboy chicken edition.
Well, I might offend too many people because this is Saints territory.
With a lot of L's on it, mean lettuce and what's it? Lettuce. What else start with an L that they're gonna add on to
like wins, like champions.
You can't put wins on a sandwich right now.
Well, I'm a fanatic. They call me, I'm a fanatic. I'm delusional because I think we're the best team in the world.
That's how all Cowboy fans think. But I understand.
So but I did take my sign in.
Okay, that's awesome. So the sign. See, you were scaring away a little bit customers right there with that sign.
Right. Yeah, I was getting a lot of pushback from that sign, from that Cowboy sign.
Now transition back to the food. Like I said, I know they have a busy weekend, especially within the city of Jackson. Especially, it would have been even busier if Jackson State wouldn't have hosted the SWAC championship game, because they was going to play the high school championship games here in Jackson also. But so since all that ran on the same weekend, so they moved the high school championship game to Hattiesburg. And that would have been booming for the business, because I know, like I said, we come all the way out to Brandon to for this chicken.
Right.
I came to Brandon for the fish and red beans and rice and spaghetti.
Right.
But now you're saying that you may not cook it. But so I'm pleading, since you just pushed me from pan trout to catfish, make sure you had the spaghetti and the red beans and rice.
I will. I will make sure I have the spaghetti and red beans and rice for you.
Thank you. So you can call that a Nana special.
I can call that a Dim Boy special. Yes, I can.
All right. All right. Now, in reference to sport, do you cater for any sport? If anyone would like to have a sporting event, do you do any
Yes,
catering wise?
Yes, I do. We do catering. We do big boxes of chicken. We do big boxes of fish and all the sides by the quart or by the 2 quarts. We do casseroles. We do pizza, homemade pizza, things like that. We'll have hot wings coming on our menu soon. So we will be able to fully cater for an event, sporting event. And, once everything settles down from the move and all that, we're going to go back into, offering cakes for weddings and anniversaries, things like that. So we'll be a full service restaurant.
And how can individuals get in contact with you if they want to get that cowboy sandwich or that cake with a big L blowing white star on it? How can they get in touch with you in reference to that?
Yeah, well, you can get in touch with me by calling me mainly at 601-291-1179. I am on Facebook as well as Heavenly Sweets Custom Cakes and Country Kitchen. I'm very, very, very active on my business page. So just if you put that in, it'll come straight up. I'm on Google Plus. If you search theme cakes or country kitchen, I'll be the first one to come up. I'll be the first one on the page. So there's a multitude of ways. You can email me at heavenlysweets1@gmail.com. Of course, I said call me, and you can message me on Facebook. And of course, you can come here to our kitchen, 1911 Highway 471 in Brandon, 39047.
And your website, is that still active? I'm looking at the website, Heavenly Sweets, SWETTZ.com. That's
right.
still
Right. I've changed it around. Like we were doing some business lunches for quite some time where they could just go on our website, order the lunch for the week, and we would deliver. That was in the interim of me like moving from that kitchen to here, and I've disabled that for right now because we're just too busy to do that. But we're going to pick that up as well.
So it's looking like you're about to start hiring.
Right, I'm going to start hiring very soon. Yes.
So again, if you're looking for a job as well, she's definitely hiring. Definitely come check her out at 1911 Highway 471. That's in Brandon, Mississippi, at the Marathon gas station. What is it? Lakeside.
Mm-hmm.
Lakeside food market. Well, Ms. Regina, I know that I see customers coming in. I see that you, like I said, you've been up. So I'm going to let you go. Is there anything else that you want to say to our listeners, to our viewers about in reference to making it stop here? Y'all serving breakfast also?
Yes, we are serving full breakfast. We have breakfast sandwiches, sausage, egg, and cheese, biscuits with link sausage and patty sausage. We'll have bacon biscuits. We will have chicken biscuits. We'll have grits, scrambled eggs, and biscuits. So we'll have a full breakfast with fried chicken on the table as well. So you can come in and get your little dinner for breakfast, or you can get a straight out breakfast as well.
Man, see now, I don't have to make that trip down here just to come get some breakfast. But I'm definitely gonna make that trip. So don't say that I'm not. I'm definitely gotta.
No, I mean, you support. I know.
Yeah, definitely got to come down and get something to eat because, like I said, I missed breakfast and I missed lunch. So I'm definitely gonna get something to eat once I finish this podcast. Come on and give me some bread to eat.
Right, and I'll remind you when I start making cinnamon rolls for the morning as well.
I don't need a cinnamon roll.
You don't do cinnamon rolls. Well, somebody beside you likes cinnamon rolls.
I love cinnamon rolls. That's why I don't need to do cinnamon rolls right now. Well, Miss Regina, I really appreciate your time. I know that you got to go ahead and finish doing what you're doing so you can go home and get some rest so you can repeat it all again tomorrow.
Right.
Well, again, I really appreciate your time again. This is Regina Belton, Heavenly Sweets Custom Cakes and Country Kitchen. Definitely come on, check out 1911 Highway 471 in Brandon, Mississippi. Thank you, Miss Regina.
Thank you.
So again, definitely come on out and get you some victuals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner right now because I know that it's dinner time for me. So I'm definitely going to have to stop by and get me some dinner because I haven't eaten breakfast nor lunch. So you can kind of tell in my speech a little that things are going all around the world. So again, this is just was a brief show today because I definitely want to come down and help support Regina, and making a transition from Abbey Drive location over here to Highway 471 at the Marathon Lakeside Food Mart here on Highway 471, 1911 Highway 471. Definitely come on and check her out. Get you some vittles and stuff. I see serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I know I'm finna give me some some dinner right now before I get up out of here. But again, I really appreciate your time. Definitely come on check out Regina Belton down the Heavenly Sweets Custom Cakes and Country Kitchen, Highway 1911, Highway 471 in Brandon, Mississippi. I'm throwing all these numbers around. I'm getting numbers before I give the actual numbers. 1911 is the numeric address. Highway 471 is the street. Brandon, Mississippi. I don't know the zip code, so I can't provide that to you. Again, this is Bernard Moore III with More on the Road, presented to you by More and More Sports Management. Definitely come on, check out. Again, we're here at 1911 Highway 471 for the transition and soft opening of Heavenly Sweets Custom Cakes and Country Kitchen. They're making the transition over from Abbey Drive over to this location. But like she stated, she still will have the Abbey Drive. That will be directly mainly for her cakes. Like I said, I've seen some of her working designs, nice looking cake, firm, hold it, all that good stuff. So definitely come on and check it out here, 1911 Highway 471, 1911 Highway 471 in Brandon, Mississippi, for your cakes. She got chicken tenders. I know she just stated that she's using some of the Chester's ingredients, but I know I'm gonna go get me some to eat because I am a little hungry right now, and take some for somebody else to eat. Again, thank you for tuning in to More on the Road here live on location with Heavenly Sweets Custom Kitchen, 1911 Highway 471. Definitely come on out and support Regina. I said you can definitely look her up on social media. She's all on different types of social media. Definitely look her up. Definitely come on, check her out here at the restaurant. Come on and get you something to eat. Again, Bernard Moore III with More on the Road here, presented to you by More and More Sports Management. Talk to y'all later. 1+1 equals deuces.